Terminal illness, a term stating that a disease is advanced so far past the point of recovery, and will most likely allow that person to pass away within weeks, months, or even years. We are Southwest Airlines, and we are here today to give you a little bit more of insight on the drastic effects families face once their loved ones have passed away. More specifically, children who are between the ages of 0 and 14 years of age. We are Southwest Airlines, and this is our team. I'm Christine King, the Senior Business Consultant.
I'm Monthika, Obwareddy. I'm Operations Manager.
I'm Tony Chang, Marketing Manager.
My name is Joseph Francis, and I'm the Finance Manager.
So I just wanted to start us all off with a couple of shocking statistics based on the amount of cases that arise every year, not only nationally, but here in Texas alone. So as you'll see, as in the United States, there's approximately 1,685,210 new cases that arise every year in the United States alone. The next statistic will be the cases just for Texas. That equals up to be 116,690 just for 1 year. And then the lastly will be about the children. In Texas alone, 10,380 of those cases will be children ranging from the 0 to 14 years of age. This will show you the most common childhood cancers that arise throughout those years. The first and the most deadly cancer that a child might have an issue with is leukemia. Most children from the ages of 0 to 14 that do end up having leukemia will die within 5 years. The second being the brain, or the CNS, which is short for central nervous system. The third of those is neuroblastoma, and so on and so forth. Now, with any type of cancer, there comes costs, extreme amounts of costs. And those costs come from these 7 categories. So doctor's appointments, obviously, you have to go see the doctor. Cancer treatment and medication. Those are going to be the top 3 that anybody will be able to recognize. Alongside those is travel and transportation for the family and any kids as well. And then also their living expenses. Most families have to relocate sometimes to get the appropriate treatment for their family members. Alongside is when they're not in the hospital, outpatient care can also be expensive. And then employment, legal, and financial issues are another one of those costs, depending on their treatment. Now you might know, what does it cost for one child to end up having cancer? $500,000. Now that's not exactly the amount that the parents or the family pays out of pocket, but even with insurance, $35,000 of that is coming out of their pocket alone. 35% of this is from the family's monthly income, aside from medical bills. So this includes the 7 categories where it included transportation, legal issues, and financials outside of the hospital. We are teaming up with the Clayton Dabney Kids with Cancer Foundation that's actually based here in Dallas to help them raise funds to give these children an opportunity and their families to not have to take on the heavy financial burden that comes with cancer. Now our operations manager will take over and talk a little bit more about our event.
Okay, so the Communication and Outreach Department has decided that we want to use Fair Park as our venue location. It's around 277 acres in the heart of Dallas, and it holds a lot of different events such as the State Fair of Texas, musical attractions, and a lot of food and wine festivals. As well as the park has the State Fair of Texas, as I said, Music Hall, Perot Museum, Children's Aquarium, Cotton Bowl, and Centennial Hall. It's a really great tourist attraction, so it's going to bring a lot of people over to our run. So as I said before, we will be doing a 5K run, which is around 3.1 miles. It's going to be held on May 27th, 2017, and it's going to be coordinated by Race Day Events. Refreshments will be provided by our silver sponsor, Jason's Deli, and all participants will receive a t-shirt and a drawstring bag along with the registration fee. All spectators also have the opportunity to visit the Clayton Dabney Foundation booth at the race, and they'll be able to get more information on our foundation as well as any other race day merchandise they want to get. Okay, so this is the picture of the map or on race day. So as you can see, the stars indicate start and finish line, which is right by the registration booth, and then as well as obstacles, which are triangles. So those are going to be just directory obstacles just to place runners on the right path. As you can see on the top right, it's like a lot of mush going on. So it would help to make sure that all the runners are going the straight way. Now I'm going to pass it off to Tony, who will discuss marketing.
Hi. We will be marketing our 5K run by two main outlets. We'll be using social media such as Twitter page, and Facebook event, and YouTube videos. And we will also promoting it on the Dallas Social and the Southwestern Instagram page. And we will also use media and newspapers such as NBC DFW, WFAA, and Dallas Morning News. And we will also have a guest speaker. This is Devin Still from Houston Texans. This is Devin Still and Leah Still, and Leah Still was actually a cancer survivor. She was diagnosed with neuroblastoma cancer back in 2014. And Devin Still, he held up his football career and his wedding for his daughter. And after 5 years of her having cancer and treatment, and she was actually able to survive the cancer, and we believe that having him over for our speech, it will be amazing experience. And in order to keep us in track, we got a nice timetable. By December of 2016, we're going to get the venue approval, permits, and all the paperwork done. And by February 2017, we're going to be planning and organizing, and then get our marketing plan together. And on the May 27th of 2017, we'll hold the actual event.
Okay, so the Clayton Dabney Foundation, they typically raise around $20,000 per event that they host, and usually they do host multiple events, but each of these events obviously requires a lot of man hours and a lot of labor. So the majority of the revenues come in the form of event proceeds and donations. So obviously, you know, Southwest, we're a big company. If we wanted, we could just give them $20,000-$25,000. It wouldn't really be a problem. But the main, you know, purpose of this event really is to raise awareness. We believe if we can raise awareness, that'll cause a chain reaction, and we can get more donations for this organization in the future. So this is a brief overview of our sponsorships that we have. Platinum, we plan on having their name on marketing materials and media. Additionally, their name and logo will be on things like the race, the t-shirt, and the race bibs, as well as the finishing line and starting line structures. So gold sponsor, we have the Dallas County Community College District, so they're gonna have their name and logo on the t-shirt, also on the race bib, and some marketing products as well. And silver sponsor, we have Jason Deli. They're also gonna be providing food, and they will be providing the name and logo on the shirt as well as the race bib as well. So this is a brief breakdown of our total revenues that we expect. As you can see, obviously we plan on getting the majority of our revenues through sponsorship, platinum, gold, and silver. And then that registration revenue is composed of the $25 ticket charge that we plan on charging our runners, and we plan on having around 500. So that's where we got that 12,500 figure from. So total, we plan on getting around 35,000. So obviously Southwest, you know, we don't plan on actually organizing this 5K due to the fact that we don't really have trained personnel, and quite frankly, we don't really have the time to really organize a successful 5K. So we've contacted Race Day Event Services, so they're gonna handle some of these fees that you can see above. So they're gonna provide us a cost breakdown, and then we're gonna basically pay the expenses as well as a service fee for their labor and their organization. So this is the cost breakdown that Race Day Event Services has provided to us. And as you can see, the main expenses are gonna be the Fair Park reservation expense. That's roughly $4,000, and then the race day service fee for their labor and their organization that they're gonna be doing. That's around $5,000. Additionally, we're gonna be taking on around $2,500 worth of marketing expenses. So that's kind of what Tony said, the different news stations and social media marketing that we plan on doing. So finally, the total revenues that we plan on getting is $35,000. Our costs are gonna be $21,850. So we're gonna ask the Chamber of Commerce to provide half of those costs, so that we can effectively donate $24,075 to the Clayton Dabney Foundation. And right now, I'll hand it off to Christine as she concludes the presentation.
So Devin Still was quoted to say directly towards his daughter, "We could have lost faith and just let the battle with us get the best of us. Or I could give my daughter's battle with cancer a purpose and use my platform to raise awareness. We hope that you will get on board with us today and join us with this fight to help raise funds to help these families no longer have to bear the financial burden that comes along with cancer. Thank you.
Questions? Anyone?
Questions here?